Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. If you are looking for light, fun videos that don't have much in terms of scale or scope, you should probably click away from this video. Look, there's going to be a lot in this video. I have a plan in my head. I've written it out. I always have these things off camera so you can't see them because I think it's less impressive to watch someone read off notes. So I have bullet points and that's it. I was not planning on going into the hospital. I was not planning on my family checking me in, but it needed to happen. Because it happened, I did not play this game / upload a single YouTube video for almost a full month. And that was eye-opening. Do you realize that I work 120-hour weeks traditionally and take 0 days off? I remember somebody told me about 7 years ago, there's no way you can keep that up. And when somebody tells me I can't do something, I want to do it just to prove them wrong. It's like the Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, alpha male effect. And so I did. And it killed me. Literally almost killed me. So I'm back playing this game, medicated, which also means I'm kind of getting headaches playing it. And trying to think of, because I've got the Prof free-to-play account, which started as a one-day experiment where we could see how far I could go with my skills and a new account in 12 hours. And we went quite far. That 12-hour broadcast remains the best thing I have ever done on YouTube, even though I may or may not have been showing manic tendencies during it. That's what happens when you have 15,000 fights and have to slow your brain down enough to talk. But now I'm playing this game, and I'm just thinking on this account, like, now that I'm reminded on this free-to-play account, how much it costs, how many units, how many tens of thousands of units it costs for this mastery setup. And yes, this is a great mastery setup. It really is. Especially with the team that I run. But then, my question is, once you have this team, this specific team, and I challenge people to try this if you haven't tried it, assuming you have the champs, obviously. I have the Hercules Synergy team with 7-star Hulk and 6-star Ascended Captain America Infinity War Beardo, who I never use unless there's an emergency. He's just for synergies. Beardo is no different than Deadpool X-Force, which, speaking of which, remember, my Deadpool X-Force, because he's always being used. And I will say this until I leave YouTube. If you're going to use somebody every day, why not max rank him up? He might be my next Ascension. Because why not? But once you get this team, you've kind of won the video game. There's no content you can't clear. And that's both comforting and boring. And I'm not saying that as a negative, but I just don't find this account compelling at all. I find it to be quite boring. I also am not in the headspace to go back to Battlegrounds or go back to the arena. So I look at this game and I ask myself the really important question. And this is honestly a question that maybe isn't even a smart question to talk about on YouTube, given that YouTube algorithms and everything else are about channel growth, and most YouTube channels that have been around as long as mine don't have growth. They have shrinking because so many of the people that watch me don't play the game anymore. Or they only maybe watch a couple YouTube videos a week, and I don't make that cut. Although I'm also saying that to say that the amount of people who've reached out, commented, donated to keep this channel going since I've been back, truly overwhelming. And it makes me want next year, if possible, to finally travel to Spain, to Australia, to these places where I've had this large subscriber base for years and I've never been. That would be amazing. I've been the guest of honor at weddings in the United States. Shout out Zachary Savoy. And we have a second wedding coming up later on this year. But I just think, like, if I didn't do YouTube, if I was just a regular player, would I still be playing this game? And the honest to God's truth, hell no. It's stale. It's lifeless. It's annoying. It's like a second job without the benefits of money. It just feels like that definition of insanity where you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And don't get me wrong, it's nice to beat people up, I guess. But I don't experience any joy anymore. This is not fun. This puts the FU in fun. And so I don't know what to do with that. Because I don't want my channel to die. People have always asked, what would you do if MCOC died, Prof. Hoff? My response is, nothing. I don't know. I don't know. But I've also made over 15,000 videos. I've made so much content that I've made like 1 billion generations of the average YouTuber worth of content. I could never upload another video again and still have more than any channel I've ever seen worth of content, especially when you consider, it's just me doing this. I don't have any employees. I don't have an editor. I've had many people offer, but no, it's just me. Because quite honestly, I don't make enough money on YouTube to justify, especially now, an editor. I don't want to go into the black just to make YouTube videos. That doesn't sound smart. So, I have the best alliance, which also reminds me, Alliance Quest is so stupid. Yes, I'm doing map 6 for a small amount of rewards, but to say I'm going through the motions would be a hilarious understatement. We needed to talk about the state of the game. And the state of the game is stale. It's stale. And my new account, knowing how much it costs to get good, I'm not really that into that either. Just not. I don't know what to do other than to say that when people send me, like, I've got some July 4th commentary videos to do, that's exciting. But this is 100% raw honesty. This community is keeping this channel going. But the love of this game is not. It's just not. And my man crush, Kabam Jax, to find out while I was in the hospital, he left? That was devastating. That felt like the end of an era. Kabam Jax, I miss you. Every game, I'm sure, goes through this. How many games have lasted as long as Marvel Contest of Champions? Very, very, very few, right? So we have to acknowledge that it's an impossible task to keep the game going, especially with whale holidays every couple months. But the people who make this at Kabam and Netmarble have to know the writings on the wall. They just do. So that is my honest feedback. Honest feedback. I just really don't know what else to say. I don't. I want to, but I don't. Well, YouTube, let me know what you think in the comments below. It's a longer normal video, but I had to get some things off my chest. Have a good one.